have a wonderful firming facial treatment that I like to do. Generally, I do it once or twice a week, and I find it's very firming for my entire face, and it's just lovely. It's a special treat to do it for myself, feels great. And so I'm going to show you how to do that today. And this is a live. So if you're watching me and you're on social media or you're on YouTube, head over to artistskincare.com. That's where you can watch this video and interact with me. You can ask me questions as we're going, and I can help you customize this treatment to your specific needs, because there is no one size fits all. We all have different skin and different things work for us, and I can help you. And that's our specialty at Artist Skincare, is helping you find the exact products that are going to work for your skin. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do this weekly home facial treatment. You're going to need a few products, so let's go through that. First of all, I'm using the Glymed Peptide Firming Cleanser, and with that I'm going to be using the Peptide Micro Scrub. I love combining these. This is a super fun thing to combine and get a great firming action as well as some exfoliation. We're also going to be using the Glymed Firming Serum. This is a great serum for firming the skin, producing more collagen or stimulating more collagen in the skin, and it also has tyrosinase inhibitors in there. So that means it's going to help to decrease and minimize those dark spots on the skin and help even out the skin tone. So it's firming the skin as well as addressing that uneven pigmentation. So we're also going to be using the Resurfacing Night Cream from Glymed, and we're going to be also using a rejuvenating peptide mask. We're going to combine these together to make a mask that you can sleep in all night. So let's get started, and I'll give you some tips along the way on how I customize this treatment and to get the most out of it. So first of all, we're going to start off with the cleanse. I am using the Peptide Firming Cleanser. I love this. All of these products, I think all of these products have the PC10 in there, and that's a biopeptide that is an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, as well as stimulating the production of collagen in the skin. So this is a wonderful firming cleanser that is also anti-inflammatory. I'll get my hands clean here. And calms redness and inflammation. So I've got dry hands, 2 or 3 pumps of my cleanser, massage that into the skin. Normally, I would take this down and cleanse the entire décolleté and the neck. I'm going to be careful today not to go too far down because I don't want to be hitting that mic and making a lot of problems with the sound today. So just so you know, your face starts here and goes all the way down to here. So all of this treatment goes on all of that area. Okay, I'm going to add just a tiny bit of water just to get a little bit more slip. Now with this cleansing, and every time I cleanse, I like to include lymphatic drainage in my cleansing. So I'm going to be doing a lot of movements that just using my fingers to kind of cup the skin and press and drag lymph. Especially this area, all around here and under here, we really gather a lot of lymph, and we can get congestion in this area. You can see for me, I even get congested in that area, and so I'm really focusing on with my cleansing is also moving lymph. We're also breaking up fascia. Fascia is that tension in the skin that actually holds those fine lines and wrinkles. We want to get lots of circulation going in the skin. So without rinsing this, I'm now going to go on to step 2. Step 2 is the peptide micro scrub. This has those conundrum crystals in it. So those are the crystals that they use in a microdermabrasion machine where they shoot onto your skin and then they suck it back up. And I don't like using the conundrum crystals in that way because they can break your capillaries, cause lots of little redness and irritation. I like to use it this way. It's such a really fine, nice crystal. And when you massage it into your cleanser, It gives you this really wonderful, even exfoliation that's beautiful on the skin. So a big part of us, so those of us who are worried about loss of firmness, wanting to keep that skin really firm and glowing, a big part of that is also keeping up with exfoliation, because as the skin ages, our exfoliation slows down. We want to keep those dead skin cells moving, coming off the skin, so that our moisturizers are absorbed better into the skin, our firming serums are better absorbed. Now I'm going to get my hands wet, get a little more moisture, and do one more nice massage. Like I'm buffing. We're getting in here and just buffing the skin with nice flat hands, working those crystals into the skin. Got the conundrum crystals in here and 2 forms of vitamin C. So great antioxidants, brightening, smoothing. This is a treatment I love to do in the bathtub. And in the bathtub or the shower is the best place to rinse this. So some mornings I will do this treatment and I do it next to the sink. And then when I'm done, I'm at this point, that's when I jump in the shower and I rinse it off in the shower. Because rinsing off those crystals in running water is always easier than trying to get them off splashing at the sink. So I've got myself an Eco Cloth and I'm going to start that removing of my cleanser. This is such an easy treatment and it gives you such beautiful results. You guys are going to love this. Okay, let's get one more good rinse. Yeah, you still have some crystals, lots of crystals. Loosen those up. Celine was just reminding us in the comments there that we are having a summer flash sale for Glymed. So Glymed products this week are 15% off. So if you've been wanting to try any of these products I'm showing you today, this is a good time to pick them up and try them out. Okay, I think we've got all the crystals off now. Pretty well. Still a little bit on my cheeks, actually. The crystals, that's why the bathtub or the shower for rinsing is ideal. Hey, Celine, if you're watching this, would you bring me the new Lush cloth? We have a new Lush cloth. It's a new size. And I think that that will be actually really excellent for getting off the last of these crystals. Let's see if she can find this one real quick. Do a little massage and see if they're gone. Still some crystals on the neck. Did you grab it? You'll have to go grab one in shipping. Yeah. She's going to grab me one. The beauty of the new cloth is we have 2 sizes of Lush cloths for you guys. There's a 3-pack that comes with the little squares. And those are nice because they're so easy. Throw in the washer, the dryer, use them whenever. But and everybody loves those, but I insisted that we also have another size. And I love this size. It is a rectangle. It's a little longer size, so when you get it wet, you'll see I can use it with both hands over my face. And I like that it's a rectangle because it doesn't take too long to dry. It's not excess. It's just that perfect shape. Yes, that's what I want. This is the packaging, new packaging for these guys. And Celine's going to link it for you guys. So you can see how it's this shape. Now, instead of going square, because I felt square when I tested that, it was too much fabric. Took too long to dry. Just didn't work as nicely. So I love this one. And let's squeeze some water out of it. Here we go. And I love this because see how we wrap it? It's probably affecting my mic, but I can wrap it and I can get both sides of my face at once. I love this size. It's just dreamy. The dreamy size. And now, yeah, now I have all the crystals off my face. Perfect. Thank you, Celine. Extra long lush cloth. Okay. Next step in our system is to feed the skin. When we're looking at feeding the skin, that's when we think about using our serums. And they're in a lighter base, they're smaller molecule, and they really penetrate well into the skin. So having used our micro scrub and the cleanser, my skin is now ready to receive that serum. So the serum I'm using for this facial treatment is that firming serum. Firming serum has those biopeptides as well as the tyrosinase inhibitors. Biopeptides are those peptides that are, it's called PC10, and they are anti-inflammatory, anti-redness, and they stimulate collagen production. So a big part of loss of firmness is the loss of collagen and elastin in the skin. And it's like a balloon. When it runs out of air, it just all starts to droop. We need that collagen to keep that skin up and plump. So applying my serum, I like this right up around the eyes as well, over the lips, the neck, and the chest, earlobes. This is going to even out skin tone as well as firm the skin. All right. Now the next step in our facial, excuse me, I'm drink a little water here. Hydration is also so important for firmness of the skin. Many people will see what looks like premature loss of firmness just because their skin is dehydrated. And in California right now, where we're looking in Northern California, temperatures 109 all the way up through 118. It's insane. It's almost impossible to keep the skin hydrated enough to keep it plump and not seeing that crepey dehydration lines coming on. So water, water, water. Okay, resurfacing night cream. So this is a facial, when you're doing the full steps that I'm doing now, this is a facial to do at nighttime before you go to bed. And the next step is the resurfacing night cream. This is a 15% glycolic acid. And in the past, I've been very kind of down on glycolic acid, but when it comes to Glymed, they know how to do glycolic acid. So this is in a very nurturing, nourishing base. And it's actually very soothing. This actually strengthens the skin as well as reducing that surface rough texture of lines and wrinkles that can develop on the surface of the skin. I tested this when we first brought it in, and I used it every night for about 2 weeks. I didn't get any irritation at all. What I did get is the skin on my neck got very leathery, dry, and just a rough feeling. So what was happening is it was stimulating the release of a lot of dead skin cells that I had built up on my neck, especially in those creases that we get in the neck. And then, so it was loosening up. The glycolic acid was loosening all that up, but it was not coming off. And I thought, oh, that's really interesting. So I ended up using, at that time, using the biorenewal serum. Biorenewal serum actually triggers the release of those dead cells. So I had all these cells kind of lifting up but hanging on and being sticky. So I started using the biorenewal serum. that whole next week, and then all the soft, beautiful skin was back. It just helped those cells to release. And now I'm using this not every night. I just wanted to test it to see what would happen if I did that. Now I'm just using it once or twice a week when I do this nighttime facial for my skin. So I've got my resurfacing cream on. The next step is the rejuvenating peptide mask. This mask has two types of peptides in it. So it's got the PC10, which is stimulating collagen, reducing inflammation, all those really pro-use things that we want for our skin. But it also has that acetyl hexapeptide 8 in there. So that is the most muscle relaxing peptide. That's going to help to soften and reduce those tension lines, especially while sleeping at night, which is great. This mask has a really interesting, almost like a peach jelly. Doesn't look really that appealing, but it feels amazing on the skin. And it goes right on top of your night cream, resurfacing night cream. I put it right onto my eyelids, neck, ears, and then I leave this on, you guys, all night. This is my sleeping mask. It just stays on all night. It dries down after a little while, so I don't have to worry about it coming off of my sheets or my pillow, and just stay up until it sets into the skin. And this is a really beautiful firming treatment that you can do on your skin. Now, if you want to do this during the day, you can do the peptide mask. Just skip the step. Don't use the resurfacing night cream. Put on your serum, put on the mask, leave the mask on. Leave it on 10, 15 minutes, remove it, and then go about the rest of your skincare routine. And I've done that many times as well and have great results doing that as well. So I want to take some questions here. If anyone has questions about this treatment, about any of the products that we have from Glymed, maybe there's something you're on the fence about that you haven't tried yet and you want to give a try, but you have questions, this is a good time to ask. I do want to touch base a little bit because I did talk about the firming serum. If you're using the firming serum because you want that firmness, this is one of our top selling serums, and you want that brightness, this is really great to use during the day. A new serum from Glymed that just hit this summer is called Brilliant Tone. And I am supplementing my firming serum with Brilliant Tone. And the way you do that is by using Brilliant Tone at night, and you just use it once or twice, maybe 3 times a week. It's not something that you put on every night. I've done some experimenting with it because I always want to see, well, what will happen if I combine this and that. And I've even used it underneath the night resurfacing cream and had no problems, but it's not something that you would want to do every day. Brilliant Tone is a wonderful state-of-the-art brightening serum, and it's so potent that you don't have to use it every night. What it's really doing for me is helping me to not collect as much dark pigmentation through the summer as I would normally see my skin getting. So that's been a really wonderful thing to add in. It's kind of my nighttime rotation of what I'm doing. So you can see my skin has dried down. I can even take off I can just do this as a date. It's really sticky, so I don't think I'll leave it on all day, but I will leave it on in the office here, probably for another hour or two before I rinse it off and then put on my sun protection and go about the rest of my day. Celine's grabbed another product she wants me to talk about.
This is really nice on top of firming serum during the day.
Okay.
I like that one.
Oh, even Ty likes that one. That's great. So peptide cream. Celine, I haven't got to test this one yet, so come tell us about what it does. Yeah, is this like a moisturizer or is it a serum?
Yeah, so
Wait a minute here. Let's give you some sound.
see if you'll be able to hear me. So I'll link this product in a second, you guys. I know it's not going to pop up, but I will link it when I hop back over there. So peptide cream, this has been a surprise product for us. We didn't bring it on at first when we first brought on Glymed because we hadn't tried it yet. And then we all started getting to test it out, and we discovered that it's like the best, like everything in one product. So basically peptide cream, you can use this as your eye cream and your face cream, your neck cream, This has skin brighteners in it. It has strong antioxidants in it. It has peptides that help with those muscle furrows that you'll get around your eyes and in between
Yeah, so the
your
relaxing,
eyebrows.
acetylhexapeptide
hmm
8 is what's going to help with those.
And
Yes.
what I like about it is that it feels really thick at first, but it totally melts down and then melts into the skin, and it dries down really nicely. So I have very oily skin, so I don't want my things to feel greasy on my skin. So this has a really nice finish, and it layers really nicely with firming serum specifically, especially during the day and during the summer when you don't want to be using anything that's going to make your skin a little more sensitive to the sun, but you want to get firming results, you want to see changes in the skin. It's just a really lovely combo. I had
So
to
do we
pop in
need
and share it.
moisturizer on top of it if we're older
No,
or
I think it would be
drier? It's just
plenty.
fine. Okay, so
hmm
that's what we'll do here. We'll start taking questions. I'll leave my mask on for just a little bit longer, then I'll remove it. Then I'll put on the firming serum and the peptide cream on top of that and around the eyes. I'm really
Yes.
excited to use that around the eyes.
Yes, so it's amazing for anyone who wants a simple routine. You know, you want the benefits of peptides, you need antioxidants, you need some gentle brighteners in your routine, but you don't want to be layering a ton of stuff. Like if you're a busy mom and you don't have time to be layering all this skincare, it's just like an easy, like one and done. It's your everything product, especially during the summer because it's going to be helping your skin protect itself from the sun, from pollution, from like the intense heat that can also be creating inflammation in your skin. It's just a one and done, really lovely
I
cream.
love that. This
hmm
one's going to disappear off our tester shelf into my house.
Okay, I'll link that for you guys
Okay.
right now.
All right, then I'm going to answer a few questions and then remove my nighttime sleeping mask.
Sorry, you guys. I know that when I do that, the microphone's probably going.
It's really noisy. Sorry,
Sorry.
guys. Okay, we'll get some questions coming in here from Megan. Is Glymed Daily clarifying better than Neogenesis Mandelic 8? So Mandelic 8 is and Daily Skin Clarifier are very different. Usually we combine the Daily Skin Clarifier we combine that with Mandelic. So what you would do is combine those two products. That daily clarifying does not have mandelic acid in it, so it doesn't provide that antibacterial and antifungal support that mandelic acid does. It does do brightening, and mandelic acid can be brightening, but when you combine the two, then your mandelic acid is going to be much more brightening when it's combined with that daily clarifying. Okay, let's see. Have you had success with daily clarifying for acne prone skin to keep maturation or rust away? No. So combining those two, it's more of something to combine. Just using that daily clarifier is not going to take care of maturation or rest. Maturation or rest needs a lot of exfoliation, and the daily skin clarifier is very gentle, but it's really going to brighten the skin. And for somebody who doesn't maybe need mandelic acid, they could use it by themselves for just a little clearing as well as brightening. We like to mix it with that mandelic so that we get the acne support along with all that brightening and preventing that post hyperpigmentation, that post-inflammatory redness or hyperpigmentation that you get. That's how we use the daily clarifying serum. So if you have maturation or rest, scrubs, glycolic acid, sometimes using glycolic acid and mandelic acid or salicylic can work. Retinols. Those are all the things that we use for treating maturation arrest acne. Maturation, in case somebody's watching and doesn't know, what is maturation arrest? That's when the skin really looks like it's clear. However, when you go and pull it taut like this, you will see lots of little bumps or pebbles. We call it pebbles underneath the skin. And that is maturation arrest acne. There's just this sebum and inflammation that happens creating these little pebbles under the skin. Anti-inflammatory diet, cutting all dairy out of your diet, all sugar out of your diet can be really important. But then also really gently but continually resurfacing the skin. So like I said, the scrubs, the acids, the retinols, those are the things that are going to help keep that skin really exfoliated to keep that from happening. Okay, what else do we have you? Best Glymed for very brown hyperpigmentation. Sure. So Diamond Bright is excellent. Diamond Bright is something that you can use twice a day, works really well. And then throwing in there 2 nights a week, your Brilliant Tone. That's going to help with the brownness. And that's what's helping me with my brown spots is that Brilliant Tone. Sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. Lots of sunscreen. Susie, can you show the product? Celine, I think Susie's wanting to see the daily clarifying serum. If you can grab that off the shelf for us and bring it in. I believe that, or even show it up in the notes up there. Is that what you wanted, Susie? The one that's for post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, the red spots?
That question when we were talking about peptide cream.
Oh, peptide cream. Peptide cream. I'll be using it shortly, and yes, Celine has linked it, and you can see it up there. Great. Sometimes I don't know which question is which, and I'll answer with the wrong information. So glad we clarified that. Alexandra says, thank you for your knowledge and sharing it. I love Glymed. Do you have some advice for glycation, please? Yes, glycation is that tricky thing. The number one thing that you can do for your skin with glycation is cutting out those carbs, cutting out simple sugars. So no processed sugar, no alcohol, no wine. All of that, gets converted to sugar in the body so quickly, and sugar is a big part of glycation. So otherwise, taking very good care of the skin, this whole treatment that I did today can be helpful with that, and it really is going to depend on what degree of glycation that you have. So if you get into our healthy aging consults, you could do a skincare checkup and then send MJ some pictures, and we can see those. So we can really assess how bad your glycation is, and then we will address it differently because there's no one size fits all for everybody. And at different stages of glycation, we recommend different things. Really severe glycation, we know we can't go backwards, we can't get rid of that. Then we have some other really amazing serums that you can put on that just really plump and help to really minimize it and just keep the skin so glowy. One of the big things we use for people with a lot of glycation is the, Cavapla, the Korean serum from our Cavapla beauty line. Cavapla is an excellent product for reestablishing collagen and fat pad, and it really helps to minimize the intensity of extreme glycation. But if you're in those early stages, everything I showed you today, just getting on a really healthy skincare routine, including those vitamin C serums, peptide serums. As we move back into fall, starting to use a retinol at nighttime, all of those things will be helpful. And then cutting out that sugar. No sugar, no alcohol. No fun, right? But really important for treating that glycation. Sometimes you just have to come to a choice. Well, do I want the sugar or the alcohol, or am I okay with the glycation? It's kind of the choice that it comes down to. And some people might decide they'll take glycation over giving up their sugar. Madeline says, what 2 products did Celine mention? Let's get those. And I'm going to do it right now for you. Let me quickly remove, get my cloth fresh and clean here. I'm going to quickly remove my nighttime sleeping mask. And I'm going to show you the 2 products that Celine recommended. For the minimalist who wants extraordinary results, that's coming up right now. There we go. Okay, grab a towel. So the 2 serums we have for that are the firming serum, which will go on first, lightest to heaviest, feeding the skin, and then the peptide cream goes on top. So let's get our firming serum on. Glymed is designed so you really only need 1 full pump of any of their products when you're putting them on. Sometimes the exception can be if your skin is very dry and you want to get it all the way down to your chest. Remember, face here to here, all the way down. Firming serum can be used on the eyes to firm the eye area. And now let's dive into the peptide cream. Peptide cream. I'm going to do the whole neck and chest. So I did 2 pumps. I wanted to go all the way down. Around the orbital bone. Get that orbital bone area. Cheeks. I'm going to use one more pump. There we go. Neck. I can tell everybody's been using this. Everyone's liking it. There's not that much in there. And let's get one more on the chest. All the way down on the chest. When you go in Europe, if you go to France and have a facial, they treat you all the way down to your belly button. So it gives you an idea of what you can be doing with your skincare, really extending it beyond just here or just here up, but taking it all the way down, because when this gets really wrinkly and the skin gets unhealthy, it can age us. It's not as pretty, right? It just doesn't feel as good. We want this to be just as plump and soft and beautiful as our face is. Those Tasties do wonders for my hair. Just kidding. There we go. So that was the 2 creams. And I like it. It feels really nice. It does go on feeling very creamy, but it is drying down very nicely and doesn't feel heavy or sticky on my skin at all. Okay, let's go back up and see what questions I have now. Madeline also wants to know, how do we implement these products with Cavipla? So no problem. I do that all the time. My first thing I'm going to put on is my firming serum. The lighter serums, any serums that you're using, as long as they're not an oil serum, would go on first. And then you'll shake your Cavipla. That's the new thing with the new bottles. You've got to shake it. Shake your Cavipla, 2 to 3 pumps. Put that on. Massage it in. When it foams up, just keep massaging that foam deep into the skin. And then you would put on your chosen moisturizer, whether it's the peptide cream or the promoter repair moisturizer. You just use the Cavipla right in between there. Works great. Okay. Lily says, I am prone to dermatitis around the eyes. Me too. I hate that. And your eyes are very dry. I have combination skin, prone to breakouts. I need help with a good eye cream. So a couple eye creams that have worked really well for me that you could give a try. One is the CBD. We call it the hemp eye cream from Glymed. That's excellent. And I use it all the way around my eyes. And this is my eye that tends to get the eczema going on it. So that works very well. The CBD Dew from Glymed. Celine's going to come in and give me a hard time. I can't keep the name straight. The CBD anti-aging dew. It's very calming. I also use that on my face and around my eyes. That can be very helpful. There's also an eye cream called Total Eye. It's not the tinted one, just the regular Total Eye from Color Science. That one also has a really nice cushy feel and can be used all the way around the eye area without causing irritation to the eye area. So those were kind of the 3 things that I like around my eye area is the CBD Dew. We probably call it hemp dew in order to sell it online. And then the Glymed eye cream or the Color Science eye cream, Total Eye. Those 3 products I have found that work pretty well. Now, when you get to a point where you have just flaky, irritation, itchy going on, that's when I grab from Rhonda Allison her calming serum. And I'll use just a little bit of that on that area. It is a cortisone, but it's very, very light. I know you're not supposed to use cortisone around the eyes, but sometimes if you're like me, you know you've just got to do something to stop that cycle. Once you stop the cycle, then you stop using that product altogether and hopefully eliminate whatever is causing that to happen. Mine got triggered by some brow waxing. I had a reaction to the wax that they used, and it's been over a month, but I'm still recuperating that area. And I'm kind of discovering that I can't use any of my fun eyeshadows that I like to use right now. The only thing I can use without having any problem up there is just my powder from Color Science, my brush on powder and bronzer. I can use that on my eyes right now without having irritation in that area. So I know it can be a pain. Madeline says, I use the light stem at night. Can I use it with these products? Yes, use your light stem at night, but don't put on your mask, your rejuvenating, resurfacing night cream, and the mask would go on after you've done your LED treatment. You can put any serum on, the firming serum. You can even put Diamond Bright on before you do your LED, but you don't want to put these two on before the LED. Put them on after the LED. Otherwise, you're just going to cause, it's going to be hard for the light to really get through all those layers. Okay. And we did it. Celine can come tell me if I missed. I'm going to scroll back up and see if I missed, but I think I got everybody. Yay, we did it. Everyone's questions. Madeline says, can we get a written protocol for this live? I think it might be on the website already. What I would tell you to do, Madeline, is reach out to our live chat. And I have it on my computer. I can give it to them and they can give it right out to you. Or they can show you, it might be on a blog. I'm just not 100% sure if it is. Our esthetician who writes our blogs is amazing, Kim. And I'm not sure if she has done the blog on this yet, but I'll check with her. But anyway, you can definitely get this protocol. Just reach out to our live chat and they will find it for you and get it for you. No problem. All right. Thanks, you guys, for joining me today. I hope you have fun. I hope you try some of these products, see how they work for you, and enjoy that 15% off Glymed this week. And stay out of the heat in the sun. I'm going to try and stay out of the sun altogether this week. It's going to be up to 114 around here. Unheard of. Ridiculous. So stay out of that heat, stay cool, and enjoy yourselves this week. I'll see you soon.